God, vlogging has definitely been a challenge being motivated this past month. It's just like I don't love creating on mannequins. Don't tell her that. But in the grand scheme of things, I want to create. So I'm going to teach you guys a few things using this mannequin today. We'll jump into that here in a second. What's that, Mia? Oh, you said I thought I didn't like creating on mannequins? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I said I love creating on mannequins. It's like my favorite. So you okay with doing this video today? Okay, great. She's cool with it. She's good. Don't worry. Okay, so we're gonna get her all sectioned out to kind of show you guys a style that is really on trend right now. I feel like it's really kind of a cool hip trend, is this really messy texture with those kind of like flipped out sort of bangs that are kind of winking to the 70s, but they're more modern in their shape and their finish. So they're not as puffy and fluffy as those kind of those swooshed back bangs in the 70s. They've got that sort of flipped out look to it, but it's gonna have a little bit more of that modern finish. And you're kind of seeing that everywhere on Instagram right now and Pinterest, and I just think it's a really cool look, honestly. And I want to show you guys kind of how I would approach that, and we're gonna have some fun. Alright, so I gave her a cut just a couple days ago. I posted that up on YouTube, so make sure you go check out that video too to see how I cut this. And this is going to be more of like the style video. And so as you can see, I've got her sectioned out just above the corner of the brow on each side. And we are going to start with this bottom portion, adding some texture. And we're going to use one of my favorite tools. We're going to use the Harry Josh 1.25 inch. This up here. This is a Marcel iron. And we're gonna be kind of going through and just adding in some texture to this style with this one tool and keeping it simple. All right, so we're gonna start in front of the ear. We're gonna do sort of a positive negative wave, or a flip down and then a flip in, or a flip up, then a flip in. So you can see on that first one how I flipped it up and then I flipped it down. We're gonna do the same thing on this one. Starting in front of the ear, grab your section, grab the whole thing, flip it upward, and then you're gonna flip it down, and it kind of creates that cool looking subtle wave texture there by the face. So that's how that looks as we've gone around the head there, doing that all around that section. The very bottom below the occipital bone I left out. Now we're gonna get into the top, take down your top section. I'm gonna kind of comb everything forward. This top section goes all the way to sort of the crest of the head there. So I'm gonna section out the bangs. Just get those clipped away. We're gonna start in the bang section. You can see that section we've got. I did a haircut on this too. Here we go. So we're gonna grab our section and we're gonna slide the curling iron in there. And we're gonna flip up, but we're not gonna fully rotate. So flip it up, but don't fully rotate the iron. And you can see, look at that awesome little curvature you just created. It's just kind of more of a flip or a flick, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Here we go, just grabbing, flipping upward, not fully rotating. And you can see I'm kind of like not even fully clamping down the tong. Looking pretty awesome so far. It's exactly what we're looking for. And so you're just letting this cool in that position. So the longer it cools,
that stronger that flip out is gonna be, so it'll last longer. So we're getting into the next section right behind it. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing. This one we might start fully twisting, but you can see I'm pulling it forward. Pull the section forward, grab it, and again, I'm pulling forward with the iron, kind of wrapping, but not fully, and then just letting that slide off. Just gonna place it where we want it, maybe touch off those ends a little bit. There we go. Then we do the same thing on this side, pulling that section forward. You can see I'm rolling and pushing it forward, and then I'm not wrapping fully. I'm just kind of wrapping and then dragging the iron out a little bit. Then I might just touch up those ends a little bit, give them a little bit more of a flip there. That's the great thing about the Marcel. I like the way that you can use it and work with it in the hair. It's just a super fun tool. And I love this Harry Josh brand. The color's kind of fun. So that's just what I'm doing with the top section. Just every section, I'm grabbing it and kind of pushing it forward a little bit and then wrapping the iron. That one I'm wrapping more, pretty much all the way around on that one, letting those ends kick out. It's the same thing on this other side as the last section, I think. Might have one more after this. There we go. Yeah, that's it. So then we're gonna get in here and kind of brush it through, push it forward. Basically just kind of marrying all of our sections that we curled together and just creating more texture rather than like a curl pattern or a wave. It's just giving us texture, movement. I'm just playing with it, molding it. Don't be afraid to do that. Just to really so you can set your shape in and set up how you want it to look. And then you get in there with some styling products and really mold it into place. Here we go, we're gonna do a couple touch-ups too with the iron just to kind of make those kicks and flicks look how we want them to look. And that's a great thing about playing with it first before we put our product in. You can just kind of do a little touch-up. Oh, I'm really liking how that's looking now. Yeah, do a little touch-up and then you're gonna get your product. I'm using a couple different things. R&CO Sandcastle, it's a dry texture paste. Just get some texture into the hair, some grip and grit. And then we're also gonna spray in some Virtue Labs Create, the Finale spray. It's kind of a finishing spray. Very lightweight though. It's a really great product, smells amazing. Just been playing around with that lately. All right, now we're just molding again. We're just kind of molding our bang into place. And this is really what the key is here. This is what it's all about, that front section. And this is like the money piece of styling, you know, that bang section. How are you placing it? Finishing off, I'm just getting ready to take a couple photos for you guys here at the end, but always have to have my wide tooth comb and a hairspray can nearby when I'm doing my finishing touches before I do some photos. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's the finished look. Make sure you grab onto one of my other videos and check out what else I have to offer. We'll see you next time.